Hi, Melanie Martinez. Melanie Martinez fan, sorry.
Red Bull gives you wing. Want to shop Walmart Black Friday deals first? Walmart Plus members get early access to our hottest deals. Join now and get 50% off a one-year membership. For the deals you desire, join Walmart Plus today and shop Walmart Black Friday deals first.
I did shout you. I'm not a lesbian, I promise. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know what that means. Oh, I can't watch it right now because I'll get my video, it's a no to listen to music. Oh, okay. Timcast? Who's Timcast? Want to see my cat Archie? That's Archie. Archie. Hi, Archie. 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 Hi. Hi, Lolly Dragons. How are you? You want to see Archie's feet? See? Yeah, his name is Archie. I think he's 6. So I have a question for everybody. So who all voted for Trump? So I voted for Trump. Well, Archie can't vote, but he's cute. If he could vote, I don't know who he'd vote for. But yes, I don't. In my opinion, I think that like people are tired of. People are getting sick and tired of not being able to be able to pay for groceries, you know, and people are getting sick and tired of like, I have to pay $400 for groceries. Awesome. I have to pay $400 for fucking groceries, and but look at, there's a trans person in like a military uniform. I'm like, no, none of them like, I'm like, and I'm sure there are Democrats that are serious. I know there are, but it's like, I feel like we lived in a clown show for 4 years. It was a fucking clown show. That's what, none of them actually really tried to care about what the average American cared about. Even like if you're like so woke for woke, like you have to realize that like, that not everybody is like that. Even the super woke people. You're just appealing to like a very small percentage of people. And I voted I vote conservative. I voted for Trump 3 times. You know, in the beginning of my channel, I've had people, you know, tell me to get off the internet. I've had people to tell me all this stuff. Who is laughing now? I told all those people Trump would win. I had faith. RFK is the last of the true Democrats. You think so? Do you think that do you think some of them will turn around? Like, well, that is kind of a bummer for like, you know, the Democrats. Like, cuz you like, what about Bernie Sanders? I don't really like Bernie Sanders either. To reference this, so I work at a workshop for people with disabilities. Awesome. I Bernie Sanders has been talking about like workshops being transferring workplaces. What that means is like that like eventually they're going to try and shut down all the workshops in America. And I think that's BS. I think that if you should have, as a disabled person, you should have the right to not only choose to work at like McDonald's or Walmart or wherever, but you should have the right to work at a workshop the rest of your life if you want to. It shouldn't be up to the government whether or not you get to work at a place you want to work at. And Bernie Sanders was basically trying to change the language of how workshops are functioning and stuff like that. And I call BS on that because Bernie Sanders, I guarantee you, has never stepped foot in a workshop in his entire life. He has no clue what it's like to work at a workshop for people with disabilities, such as myself. I have autism spectrum disorder. I'm very passionate about politics, but like I know what it's like to work at a workshop every single day. Bernie Sanders does not. He has? Cool. And I think it's really important that like, we have different perspectives. Like Trump's office will be completely different now. Like everybody who, by the way, have any of you guys seen those like meltdown videos of people losing their minds about Trump winning the election? People, should we tell them the secret that it's only 4 years? If we could put up with Biden for 4 years, they can put up with Trump for 4 years. I mean, like, it's insane. But like, you have people shaving their hair and like, just like it's crazy. We have like, I've never look up like conservative having a meltdown about Biden winning. I did. Guess how many I found? 0. Because it doesn't happen on our side. I'm not saying that, I'm not even talking about January the 6th. I don't give a fuck about that. But like, they literally are like shaving their hair. Go ahead. Like, I'm not gonna, I know there are other people that are insulting people's looks, but like, I'm not gonna do that. Look, I think that some people who are doing that, some of the women on the videos are really beautiful. They just, are very extreme about stuff, but their outside is very pretty. I'm not going to sit here and say they're ugly. I'm not going to diss somebody based on their looks. I don't like to diss people on their looks. If you do that, that's cool, but I don't. I just think they're ugly for how they are on the inside. But like I was saying, Bernie Sanders has never stepped foot in a workshop. I guarantee you it. Anybody who is fighting against workshops for people with disabilities has never stepped foot in a workshop their entire life. I guarantee you that. They want to decide what we do with our jobs based on, the language and stuff like that. Now, I can say for a fact that our senator, I believe Josh Hawley, has stepped foot in our workshop, and like Vicky Hartzler has stepped foot in our workshop. Like there are like, you have to make a point to invite, if you work at a workshop for people with disabilities, or you are a person who is if you're a boss or a person who works at a workshop, it is your job to get those people involved, to write letters and write campaigns and do all that stuff, because they're not going to do it for you. It's not going to be done if you don't do it. Whole like, I have a different channel for this, but like it does kind of bleed into legislative stuff. Workshops are very important, and like for people who have disabilities, what people don't understand, and I always forget to put the studies and stuff like that down, but like they do studies about like people with disabilities. What they're doing though is they're doing a study based on people who, let's just say I'm blessed, okay? I'm higher function, like I have more understanding of, I can understand the world more. I can potentially one day get married one day and all this other stuff. there's a lot of other people that can't. We're lower functioning. I'm not trying to say it in that, like, this is the only way that I know how to say it, explain it. Like, maybe it's it's an old-fashioned statement now, but I don't know how to else to explain it. But like, they're not accounting for the people with Down syndrome. They're not accounting for the people who have autism, who have like lower functioning autism. They're not accounting for those people. Those people, they're just saying that there's going to be casualties, and oh well. Well, that's BS. Okay. I think that's total BS. I think that they don't care about people with disabilities. If you are trying to shut down workshops, you don't care. Also, one other thing is that anybody ever hear of the program Autism Speaks? Anybody know of that program Autism Speaks? I'm gonna blast them out right now. They called people like me, my mom, my dad, employers at LA Lake Area Industries. Shout out to them. That's the workshop I work at. By the way, it's a workshop for people with disabilities. They help. I have a job. I work at I clean nursing homes. During the daytime. That's why I don't live stream during the daytime. It's because I'm out working. I like to work. Anyway, Lake Area Industries is where I work at during the day. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Autism Speaks called people who, like me, ignorant and uninformed. And I think that's BS. Because how is it that you don't even, excuse me, sorry. You don't even have one worker there that works at that place that has autism. Like, Autism Speaks is just a very bad organization for people with autism to follow. Anybody hear of that terrible ad campaign where they were like saying that, oh, if I am autism, if you have autism, your spouse is going to divorce you, and you're going to get in a car crash and die, essentially. It's like, so like, first of all, people with autism, it's a brain thing. You cannot fix autism like that. So like, there's a lot of different ways to help people with autism, but you can't fix autism. It's not a thing that you can fix. And so for a long time, that Autism Speaks was saying that, like, you can fix autism. They're wrong. Don't listen to them. But like, who has heard of Autism Speaks? That's my buddy. He's snoozing away. Archie! You've heard of Autism Speaks? What's your opinion about it? You don't have an opinion about it? That's fair enough. You probably don't, do you have a disability or autism? Like, if you don't have, like, I don't blame people if they don't have autism, or if there's no, you don't. Still, like, people don't, if you're not in, you wouldn't know. You've heard of it, but you don't really have an opinion about it, which is fine. Everybody, I'm just saying that, like, they don't really represent autism well. And a lot of people say that they focus on helping the parents and not, like, maybe people don't really, or maybe people are interested, I'm not sure. But autism, unlike gender, is a spectrum. Like, you can have somebody who has autism that is higher functioning, and then you can have somebody who's kind of middle of the road, and you can have somebody who's lower functioning. That doesn't mean that they're no less of people. It just means that they're, unlike gender, autism has a spectrum. And like, I have autism spectrum disorder. And like, so like, oh, I understand that the parents do need that, but they also need to work with like, not just the parents, but with the kids. It is important that I'm not saying just that. What people are complaining about is that they don't also provide help for like people who are in my situation, where like, you know, they don't teach like, okay, so like you can move out eventually of your parents' house. I'm not saying that they don't need help at all. And realistically, like people who are in my situation don't need Autism Speaks. I could understand if they needed, you know, informative help. I don't think that Autism Speaks really does help them though, because like they have such negative ads about like how like your husband's gonna leave you if you have your kid has autism, and like, you know, all these bad things are gonna happen to you if you have your kid has autism. You know, you don't know that. Like it, and I do think they do need help, but like I think that like I think there's a lot of things that happen, you know, that people don't really, and I don't even probably know. So I'm not passing judgment. I'm just saying that like people, they need to provide not just help for the parents, but also for the person themselves, if they are kind of in the middle of the road. If you get what I'm saying. I don't think that like everybody, I don't think that like, I think, you know, maybe having help for like people who are in the middle of the road, you know, who could eventually move out of the parents' house would be awesome too. I think that like, yeah, I get that too. It's kind of more of a complex situation. I don't think they were in the right to call, because like, here's the thing. If they wanted to help people, parents with autism, like, you know, a lot of the times, like, there's a lot of people that are at my workshop for people with disabilities that I also work there with, that have autism. And like, if you're gonna call people ignorant and uninformed, like that's not a really good way to motivate people to want to be on your side. I never understand why people gotta name call people in order to get them to be on their side. You only name call people if it's a fact, alright? Only name call people if it's a fact. I'm actually surprised with how many people have voted. It's a pretty good amount of numbers. So what's everybody doing tonight? My cat's taking a nap right there. Archie. It is an ad hominem attack to insult and shame people, yeah. They try and get people on their side by oh yeah, I know how they do. Oh yeah.
Back me up, go all in, by Joe Biden. I gotta win, save the country from sin. I won't ever slack up, get your money back up. Try and cross my border and you're bound to get smacked up. Get up, stand up, throw your MAGA hats up. If you got the feeling, Kamala's unappealing. Trump's got the hot flow, Dems are talking junk, though. I got shot in my ears, here to find me as the goat, yo. Working, chat to peeps in the cars, have me serve more fries than lies from the borders are. DJ Keys, showing up in the lead. And if it's what you want, I'm the pussy you need. Kamala's a clown, Kamala's a clown. So get out and vote, keep jump around.
Woohoo!
Keep jump around. Jump around. Jumps up, Kamala's going down. I'm the cream of the crop. I rise when I'm shot. Some started from the bottom, but I've always been on top. Painting me as a dictator, some type of super trader. I think you need some loving because you sounded like a hater. But I ain't going down like no punk foo. Clean up the house, Joe, moving in back soon. Kamala's a clown. Kamala's a clown. So
Woo!
jump around. Jump around.
Woohoo! Yeah. Oh yeah. Fun fact, Trump did almost flip California in this election. Look it up. This is the craziest thing. I never thought in the amount of time that I've been alive that Trump would be able to, that anybody would be able to flip California from blue to red. It's always been blue as far as I've been alive. Who was around when Reagan and Nixon, was it Nixon or Reagan that turned California red? I'm just curious. Cause when did that happen? Man, that would have been epic. I would have loved it, man. It's gonna be epic soon. He's done it twice before, and he's gonna win again for the third time. 2024. Trump won and you know it. Trump won and you know it. Fox News won't even show it. It's true. Trump won and you know it. Woo! I like this song. This is my new favorite song.
Welcome to the Cheerios obstacle course.
Not this.
You were right there. Embarrassing. Back me up, go all in, by Joe Biden. I gotta win, save the country from sin. I won't ever slack up, get your money back up. Try and cross my border and you're bound to get smacked up. Get up, stand up, throw your MAGA hats up. If you got the feeling, Kamala's unappealing. Trump's got the hot flow, Dems are talking junk, though. I got shot in my ears, here to find me as the goat, yo. Working, chat. Two peeps in the cars, let me serve more fries than lies from the borders are. DJ Keys, showing up in the lead. And if it's what you want, I'm the pussy you need. Kamala's a clown, Kamala's a clown. So get out and vote, keep jump around. Jump around. Keep jump around.
Hi, buddy.
Jump around. Jumps up, Kamala's going down. I'm the cream of the crop. I rise when I'm shot. Some started from the bottom, but I've always been on top. Painting me as a dictator, some type of super trader. I think you need some loving because you sounded like a hater. But I ain't going down like no punk foo. Clean up the house, Joe, moving in back soon. Kamala's a clown, Kamala's a clown. So get out and vote, you jump around. Jump around.
Woo!
I'm a stuffing guy. The stuffing is what holds Thanksgiving together. Don't get me wrong, I love premium carved turkey and cranberry sauce. But if you mess with my
I didn't know
stuffing,
my turkey. I
I'm
didn't, or
coming
not
for
turkey.
you. Firefighter approved. And if you want some save,
I didn't know my volume was
There's
that.
one reality that you would have to embrace, but nobody will do it, obviously, because it's a depressing reality. You think they should have run Joe Biden? When exactly did you realize that Trump won and it was over? In terms of what happened for the election, I think we'll know a little bit more when we get exit polling. Or not exit polling, but I guess as we do more polls and go through stuff over the next few weeks. But I think the actual answer is probably really, really, really boring, which I think doesn't bode well for 2028. When COVID happened, the country was, and people were mad at how thing was, and so they just voted for Biden because shit was so. And then I think that after COVID, when Biden came in, basically I think no matter who was president, people are gonna be mad. They're gonna vote for the other dude.
You see, I don't believe that. See, Biden, if Biden came in and he rocked it and he like got, numbers down or whatever, like, number one, I don't think that, now correct me if I'm wrong, and the people who are listening, nobody likes to be told they have to take a pill or a medicine. Nobody wants to have forced mandated vaccines. That should always be a choice. Whether or not you like that opinion, it should always be a choice. Like, it just should. And so, like, people don't like that people are losing their jobs because they don't want to take a vaccine. And another thing, I've had one of my friends passed away, but not because of COVID, but he's just old. He was 79 when he died. But he had asthma. My grandpa has asthma. If you have asthma, now, correct me if I'm wrong again. If you have asthma and you can't take respiratory vaccines because they have eggs in them. Isn't that correct? I don't have asthma. I don't have respiratory problems as far as that. But, like, you can't take, like, that. You can't take, like, those. There's a lot of people who probably have asthma in this country that couldn't take the vaccine because of the fact that it has egg in it. Like, you can't force people to take the vaccine if they don't want it. You can provide it, that's great and all, but you can't force people to take it. And that was one of the things that made him unpopular. You never really understood what the heck the guy was saying in the first place. You never could understand what he was saying. And his candidate Kamala, his running mate Kamala, was a bumbling idiot too. Was a bumbling fool too. You never understood what she was saying either. Like, so, and I'm not saying this as an insult. Like, a Kamala voter, like I always say, I listened to Dr. Phil, and he said that people say run to the polls and vote. No, you should be an informed voter. An informed voter is a better voter than a non-informed voter. And so, like, and it's not that, like, it's not for all intents and purposes that they couldn't be an informed. You can't be, if you're a Kamala supporter, you really can't be an informed voter, though, because she never really gave you the nitty-gritty on what she would do to actually, make this country better. And maybe people might say, oh, well, she didn't have really a good chance to. She had from July, I believe, until, like, November. You're telling me that your team can't come up with a bunch of reasons for what you're going to do with the economy, what you're going to do with, like, how you're going to solve inflation, how you're going to, what are you going to do about housing, what are you going to do about, all her campaign was about was reproductive rights. And I have anybody who voted for Kamala based on that, I have a bridge to sell you. It doesn't matter which side, if Trump won, which he did, or if Harris had won, it wouldn't matter because they're on a federal level. When the Supreme Court reversed Roe v. Wade, They kicked it back to the states. So the states, I'm going to put this as a highlight. The states vote on whether or not they want abortion in their state. It has nothing to do with the presidency. Kamala cannot do a nationwide abortion palooza, and neither can Trump. Neither can Trump make a nationwide pro-life bill. It just can't happen. They can't do it. So I'm going to say this loud for all the people in the back. Trump is not going to ban your rights to abortion. It's based on the state. I voted no for abortion, but our state allows abortion up to a certain amount. Now, the people who think like Kamala can change the abortion thing are just plain wrong. They've been sold a bill of lies, and they're wrong. That's just the truth. The presidents, whether or not Trump believes in abortion, whether or not Kamala believes it is pro-life or pro-choice, whether it doesn't really matter about what they believe, because they don't have a say in what happens. You guys do. You, the people in every state, all 50 glorious states of the United States of America have a say. So if your state, and I'm going to say this right now, if your state has not voted on, and this is whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, I'm pro-life, but you should have the right to vote yes or no. If your state in the United States has not already voted on this bill, on an abortion bill, you need to get up and be proactive. I signed a petition to make it so it was on the election ballot. So you need to get up and be proactive and have people signing those bills, signing the petition. So if your state hasn't done that, make sure you get that done, because you are the deciding factor on whether or not you have abortion in your state. Whether you believe me or not, it's up to you. But that's the deal. That's the bridge. You, the people, are going to be the deciding factors. Neither Trump nor Kamala have a say. All right? If that makes everybody feel better, good. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. But that's why you should get out and vote. For those people who don't get out and vote, well, you should get out and vote, because then you would know what's on your ballot. And that's very important anyway.
Maybe something will come out from the data that says something different, but I'm pretty sure that it actually just comes down to that. As stupid as it is. The only frustrating or annoying part about that is that Trump is likely going to have a pretty good 4 years, because I do think that the Democrats, policy-wise, have done a phenomenal job at turning everything around and setting us up for an amazing 4 years coming up.
I don't even know what he's talking about. It costs $400, like I said in the beginning. It costs $400 for my parents to pay for groceries for the three of us. They pay $70 at the pump every other day. I don't know what is Destiny smoking. Can I have come on, Destiny. Marijuana's legal in Missouri. Come on, buddy. Give me what you're smoking. I need it. I want to be in fantasy land with you, man. I want to get you. I want to understand you, man. I don't know what he's talking about. We're going to have an amazing 4 years, because Trump is going to start drilling oil in this country. When you drill oil in your country, that means, prices go down. That's how that happens. I don't understand, I do understand it, because, I don't know, anybody who is a Democrat or kind of an independent that watches my show, I only have 343 subscribers, but I appreciate every single one of you, by the way. Every single one of, what I mean by that is I'm not a big influencer. I'm just me, I'm just Ann Kramer. But anybody who's like, can you explain why your party thinks that like oil is bad or something like that? I want to know. I legitimately want to know. Because, like, in order to understand both sides, you gotta, ask questions and stuff. If you want to answer it, you can. But I think we're gonna have an amazing 4 years because our economy is gonna get better. And grocery prices are gonna be down. And, like, people can say stuff about whatever. But the truth is that, like, when people vote at the voting booth, they're not voting because a candidate's gonna start putting pronouns on a bathroom door. Tell me what putting pronouns, how that helps you. Even the trans people, how does that help you? How does that help you out? If anything, it's patronizing to the trans people. But yes, because he's going to help us out. That's why this country is going to get better. That's what Destiny doesn't want to admit. Anyway, I got to go get an extension cord real quick. Right here. All right, there we go. I mean, anybody else can fill in the blanks. Anyone else can tell me if they think I'm off base. But I'm telling you right now, whether you voted for Trump or not, this is going to be the most amazing time ever. I'm predicting this right now. Let's watch what he has to say more. Let's watch a little bit more of what he has to say.
And Biden is going to be president for that, and he's going to get credit for all that. Any infrastructure reinvestment that happens because of the IRA, because of the infrastructure bill, anything that happens as a result of our strong export market, or not strong export, I'm sorry, strong currency, I don't know how, in terms of imports, I guess. I don't know how the tariffs are going to affect that. I don't know if Trump will go through the tariffs, who knows. Prices won't go down, though. I got an email a long time ago, I think I mentioned this on stream, about Wittgenstein, that I'm attributing this to him, but it really comes from an emailer, and I don't know this phrase well, but I think something that you have to do is you have to be able to parse what people say and figure out like what they actually mean. Because people don't actually mean what they say all the time. It's a proxy for other things. So people are saying like, well, prices aren't going to go down, but that doesn't matter. None of the Trump people, prices won't go down. That's true, because inflation is cumulative, right? Remember, when you're talking about inflation, you're talking about a derivative. And a derivative is just measuring the rate of change.
And like, you know, unlike Destiny, I'm not going to pretend to know what I'm talking about. I'm going to leave pretty much, you know, I give my opinions. I'm not claiming to be a journalist. You know, I made a YouTube short and someone's like, no one takes you seriously. Well, if they do, I'm sorry you put your egg in my basket. I mean, I've never claimed to be a professional journalist. But like, someone can correct me in the comment section. Inflation is like when you keep printing money. That's how you get inflation, right? Anybody can correct me at that. I'm sure more people are way smarter than I am about this stuff. Which Biden keeps printing money for Ukraine. Like, so, like, doesn't that cause inflation? Anybody, again, people can correct me if I'm wrong. I am open for, you know, politely, please, politely. But, like, that's how you get inflation, when you print a lot of money. Isn't that true? Isn't that, like, you know, so, like, Biden's printing all this money for Ukraine. That's how you get inflation, correct? I'm just curious to know. That's what I've heard anyway, so.
2 points, and inflation, that function is always going to be positive. So the underlying function of it. So inflation is always going to increase. But when we talk about inflation, we're talking about the rate of the increase. So prices won't go down under Trump, but all the people that talked about prices not going down didn't actually care about that. They just care about how good they feel relatively in the economy. And real wages are the highest they've ever been, and they'll probably continue to rise. So people will be fine. Yeah. So the people. So if you want to drive yourself crazy, I guess. The things that you'll see are people that previously said things like GDP and the stock market didn't matter are going to be talking about the stock market every single day. And they're going to be talking about our GDP every single day. And then people saying things like...
I'm just rewinding forward because, like, he's...
it was I had a Dodge Neon. I had some Saturn, horrible piece of shit. And then my first long-term car was a Golf.
Okay, so you can, the Lone Wrangler. Okay, I'm just naming you because, okay, you can get inflation from printing money, but it also comes from an imbalance of GDP and overspending. So, like, could you please, what is GDP? Because, like, people I guess I could research it. Hispanic for Trump. Woo! I'm biracial. I'm half Hispanic. I didn't know if you knew that. Well, you probably didn't, but woo! And overspending. So, like, when they're overspending money and they're giving money to Ukraine and blah, 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 that's considered overspending. Yeah, I hope that the country gets better, too. Like, I don't understand. I never understand, I didn't like Biden, but I'm not over here being like, yeah, I hope Biden, screws the pooch up and fucks our country up, because guess what? That means I get screwed over. That means everybody else gets screwed over. Why are you wishing that a president does bad? Like, I mean, he did do bad. I'm sorry if you don't agree with me about that. I don't think he did a great job as president. That's just my opinion. It's my lone opinion. It's probably a lot of other people's opinions too, given the current how the election turned out. Speaking of Biden, he's the only one smiling about the election. Not too pleased that he got kicked out of his own election. I wouldn't be either, man. That's the best thing ever. The funniest thing ever was when he put a MAGA hat on. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing when he did that. But yes, thank you for the information. I'm not really big on like finances and stuff like that, and so like I don't know much about that stuff.
GTI, and now I have a Focus RS. And one of the reasons why is because gas was expensive to me. I was like, okay, well, fuck, I drive a 15 mile per gallon gas guzzler. But I noticed that, did I say 2017? I'm sorry, I meant 2007, back when I was in high school, college. One of the things that was always confusing to me, though, is Americans would constantly complain about high gas prices and how it was making it impossible to live, but Chevy Silverados and Ford F-150s were still the most popular selling cars in the world. And I see these people that would complain about gas prices, like, well, why do you drive this vehicle? I don't understand. And it's because gas prices were never really the thing. It was never the make or break. I think the emotive response to things is you have to do a lot more work to figure out like what people are saying. When I say emotive, what I mean is somebody will say a word, but that word is like expressing a feeling more so than any like factual thing of the world, basically. So you just kind of have to figure out, I guess, like what that is, basically. Remember the woman from Jubilee who said the 500 extra per month wouldn't help feed her kids? Yeah, I know, yeah. And you can tell when I argue with people, I can tell the things they say. I was like, okay, you have no idea. Another $6,000 a year wouldn't help you out with groceries?
With 2 children?
Yeah?
This much, maybe. But if the price
of your children eating? I argue with a couple people personally over this, where people say, it's like, hold on.
Like, I don't, like, I mean, like, I don't know if, like, does Destiny have a kid? I don't know if Destiny has a kid. But, like, you know, I don't have kids right now. Anybody who has a kid would understand this more. Like, since everything's gone up, that means food's gone up too. And if you had a kid during, like, I believe the 2022 or something like that, when formula was short, like, you were screwed if your kid needed a certain formula. Like, I posted this on X, where it's like, if you think, because, like, everyone's like, Camden's a rural area. Well, it's not. If you think it's just happening in the big cities, you're dead wrong. And I'm just like, Trump 2024, man. Oh yeah. I have a Trump hat collection. And I'm very proud of my Trump hat collection. Anyway, like, he's just crazy.
I'm 32 years old and my skin is better now than in my 20s because I started investing in high quality skincare. My nightly go-to.
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I got 2. We know 3 birthday parties.
So I want to ask you, what does that mean if Democrats lose the popular vote?
Maybe the electoral college will change.
Yeah.
So they're about to, they might lose to 298 or 290, 243, something like that. And
Oh, it was more than that. It was 312, baby. Whoop, whoop.
lose the popular vote. They're going to lose the Senate, potentially the House. So pretty much they're going to sweep everything.
No. Hold on a second.
Who is this? Wait. Full disclosure, he is Canadian, so he'll say some wild shit. Go ahead.
I mean, you've been coping all night, so you can call me Canadian all you want.
Extra shots on
All right. I'm just saying, I'm the objective party here right
I
now.
think the House is definitely ours. I don't know. We gotta wait.
Okay, let's say you keep the House. I'll guarantee you lost the popular vote. You're potentially going to lose the electoral college by a lot. You're
I'm the hero. Hell yes! We're crashing this plane with no survivors!
He said he never pulls out? I was going to make it a depth joke, but I'll stop. Yeah, where's that McLaren?
When the odds are stacked against you, okay? Remember.
Come on. Really? It's gonna go on. It's gonna go on.
Okay, we need. Let's check in. Let's get some.
How's
We need to get some moral support.
How's Alan?
Come on, Alan.
If his stream is offline, I don't know what to say.
No, come on, they wouldn't do that.
Interview fairly. Oh no.
They're fine.
They're less red.
They look like they're coming back.
Oh no.
Michigan is. Oh, we've already won Michigan. Don't worry about Michigan. Hold on.
They look like they took a pee break to cry.
Okay, they're okay. Look, they're chatting. His spirits are up.
You never know when a girl can go to the bathroom and her makeup.
Why are you getting closer to the camera?
He's gotta crunch those numbers.
Alan Lichtman.
Please, Alan. Save us, man.
Somebody tell this man. Oh wait, he's back. Hold on. He's
I
looking.
want to watch when he has a meltdown, man. I need that. Oh, boy.
Fans. I got a lot of friends at the New York Times. That's why there are so many favorable articles about my good friend Hassan.
Jewish sense of humor, right?
Steve, Justin,
Oh, man.
Justin, Donald Trump has just flipped.
Chosen by God.
Wait, what?
Woo!
Wait, shut up! Kick them out! Please make them leave!
Fucking cock.
Okay, that's okay now.
And key racer.
That's okay. No.
Just
Still a lot to report.
That's okay. We don't even have Wayne County reporting.
Damn. Can you tell me
Wait, didn't we just flip Minnesota?
Minnesota, shut the fuck up! That's not a thing we're ever gonna lose. Supposedly.
Oh, shit.
I can't tell when Steve is memeing and when
I can't. So it's a response, bro. I agree with that. I watch way too much Destiny, and I can't tell right now.
Yeah, it's only 40%. It's only 40%.
Like, if he's trolling, I feel like you've been saying that all night.
I'm not trolling. We're not out of this yet, okay?
We're not going back, say it, Steve.
We're not going. We're not
going
Hold on
back.
a second. I gotta find that out.
Oh, boy. He's going to smack some people.
All right.
12% chance. Oh
All right, Motorbox, what do you really think? Yeah. All right. Your turn. What do you really think? Come on, go.
It's not looking good.
All right,
It's not looking good, but there's a chance, okay? There's a chance. Look, they're not calling it, okay? So until they...
I'm moving.
Nah, we fight, okay?
It's
We
the
don't
same
fucking...
reaction they had after the first debate with Trump versus Biden, and they're like, it's not looking good. Oh
It's
no.
not, why?
It's not looking good.
Well, I know what I'm doing on January 6th.
Seahawks football right now.
That's it. Last minute.
Fuck up all first 4 quarters, and then you just get one play at the very end.
That's it. That's it.
You want to give
Bengals football.
Sure.
Can we call some states for Kamala just so I can see bigger?
California.
Massachusetts.
We already got California.
Orlando.
Jalen has donated $50.
Wow.
Hi, ladies, it's me, the Don.
Thanks.
I want Quickly to asterisk, HC, so Destiny, you should really read my Reddit post because my plans are horrifying. I will.
Okay, thanks for stopping by. It's Destiny Oregon. Oregon's the cult.
Yes. If you want to donate, you need to go to anythingelse.gg. By the way.
They are coping. Coping is seething. They just can't accept what they're seeing. They are coping. Coping and seething. The truth it is calling, and now you are moaning and coping.
January 6th.
Coping so hard.
We don't need Pac-Man. We don't need him.
What about Josiah?
Oh, they just Pac-Man. What a tragedy.
Check in.
Oh, these guys are looking more lively.
Yeah.
Come on, Lichtman.
Drinking fucking caffeine over there. He's got the Red Bull. He's like, all right, we can do
Come on,
this.
Alan. It's called North Carolina.
Didn't need it.
Oh my
Didn't need it.
I agree, they need it.
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got 3 birthday parties.
Well, I've tried them all, and these are by far the best. The Built Everyday Pan 2.0. Built is...
Yes, 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I think they've already.
It's took your channel.
What's up, bitches?
Okay.
I just don't see why we should give up.
We're not giving up.
That's what I'm
What do you
saying.
mean?
That's why I'm not.
Why would we give up after winning the presidency? That's when the work really begins.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he
That's when
wins,
the real work begins.
fuck it. Until they call it, I'm still seeing the light.
It never hurts to have a second house.
Wait, Vadim, do we have a third path check?
Nobody has to do that.
Get on Zillow. Take a look.
It's always good to have a
We
plan.
could lose if we lose Pennsylvania.
Hold on, he's coming.
If we lose Pennsylvania, we could win if we had Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Michigan, right?
Pull up the map.
Oh wait.
Okay, so you're saying we lose Pennsylvania.
Yeah, let's say we lose Pennsylvania.
It's over.
We win Michigan. We lose Wisconsin or what?
How many things are there to win? Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Michigan.
Wait.
No, Trump's.
If we lose Pennsylvania, that's how we pronounce it.
Okay, so we add Nevada to our.
Wait, add Nevada to us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
How many electoral votes are there again? What do you need to win? 290?
Alright.
He's at the 280.
Wait, did you give us everything now?
Wisconsin.
Okay, give us Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Did you give us everything? Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada.
Pennsylvania would. Okay, flip Alaska.
Wait. What is Maine? What is Maine up there?
It's over. That's the second district. It's over.
Blue.
Wait, they don't get. Wait, Maine got one of our things?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, they
You
all.
said we had it. Fuck you.
No, they win that district. Yeah.
Do we get 1 or 2 from Nebraska?
One, but it's.
Bro, are you
One.
serious?
Yeah.
Is that done?
We need Pennsylvania, or we're cooked.
We didn't even get that one yet.
We didn't.
It's not called.
It's coming.
It's probably coming.
Wait. Show me the other Nebraska district.
No, they're red.
No.
They're not pretty.
That'll just bring us to 269.
Called Trump right away.
Rigged. 0% reporting and called? Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
No,
Good one.
they don't.
Good one, Deep State.
One district one.
Barely.
Yeah, true. Actually close.
And the whole state.
Tell them to
This
check.
one is boring. Where's him like screaming?
Hey folks, I'm Julian. Let's bet with feeling.
Totally. Got it.
Hey, folks.
people that tell you that you're unhinged.
Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
Yes, it's personal.
I hope this person knows that this will make more people vote for whoever.
Yeah, that's right. The thing is, these people are all complete fucking morons. Check out the Young Turks and Hassan. Bro, I literally have gathered the Avengers Assemble of meltdowns, okay? It may not all fit in one video, but I have them all.
He's going to make her do this next.
So she unhooked her jaw like the freaking smiling Titan in Attack on Titan. And brother, like these are the types of people that are going to be on your side if you're voting left. You do realize that these people are hurting their cause.
To be the person that gets on here and cries.
But you are.
But this could break me and my parents apart because they just don't understand what they voted for.
Imagine you and your parents being completely broken apart because you voted for different people.
And like what?
This
Okay.
is the problem.
No, this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
Final sprint, having arrived at that point in the election season where basically we on this side of the TV screen have said all we can. We've laid out the stakes in this crucial election where one side stands for freedom while the other meets the textbook definition of fascism, namely a far-right dictatorial.
Again, look at Benito Mussolini. There's plenty.
Oh, it's gonna get good, boys and girls. Woo!
Nothing. Cashmere's so select, it could give anyone a select side.
Business owners, you're one of the few. You know what it's like to run a business, pay employees.
It's me, your Zit. Gotta be kidding me. Congrats on the second interview. What's that?
Tragic. Like, it's insane. It is insane to watch Kamala fumble this bag. Holy shit. Like, bro, they gave it to her. They gave it to her. And her campaign was probably the worst political campaign in all of history. She really thought releasing a Fortnite map with no guns to promote her cause was a good idea? Like, that is insane. And she refused to go on Joe Rogan when Trump...
Yeah, that's the thing, is that, like, you never knew what she stood for. Like, anybody who wanted to vote for or did vote for Kamala, please tell me what she actually stood for. You are really zoomed in. Does that bother you? I just didn't want to, like... That's so you can see it better.
That's true. Yeah. That's very true. And again...
So, Kamala Harris, what do you think about the economy? I grew up in the middle-class home.
Keep in mind...
Oh, I just want to see Cenk have a meltdown, man. I just love seeing him slam his hands on his desk.
And they hate us for being right, okay? So, but they're not going to
I told you this. He has some really good points.
He has some really bad ones, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've watched enough of this dude. I've seen some pretty insane stuff that this guy said.
Have to beat him in a primary. That's your only hope. And so if you say it's super...
Pretty sure he still doesn't think that Hamas are terrorists, which is insane. It's crazy.
Hard to beat him in a primary because of the lying sons of bitches.
He's Hassan Piker's uncle, right?
On
Yes.
Media who will smear you to no end, who will fight harder.
Remember, they did this with Bernie, and they did it with...
You can call me Detective Alex Cross. Multiple victims are connected to this. You think you can stop them? I know I can.
One day, I woke up and decided we're going back to school.
I'm about the most non-traditional.
Okay.
NBC News, ABC News, and CNN have all called Pennsylvania for Donald Trump.
Woo!
Donald Trump is going to be the 47th president of the United States, and he has won re-election. So, buckle up, brace for impact. We're going to have 4 years of anarchy and chaos. My prediction, which is not a bold one, is they're going to rob the place blind. All of his donors are going to get everything they wanted. There's going to be almost no checks on him. Last time the establishment checked them. I'm not a big fan of the establishment, but they put some brakes in the car for Donald Trump, and he's a guy who needed brakes. Now there will be no brakes in the car. Steve Bannon's back. All the ghouls and goblins of the first administration that stayed through all of his corrupt and ridiculous demands are back. None of the people who had any sanity are back. And their first priority is going to be take. Last time Donald Trump drove up the debt by 40%, he added $8.4 trillion to the debt because he doesn't care. He's going to give away a couple more $1 trillion in corporate.
I don't know how much the debt Biden created, but like giving like hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine, that doesn't create debt. Like, I mean, moron. Like, the other side's just bad. Bad other side. That's all they think is the other side bad. I want to see him slam his hands on something, though.
Tax cuts. Every donor's going to get more goodies than you could possibly imagine. They'll break so many things in this country. There is no upside to that. It's a disaster. But I cannot imagine a scenario.
But you'll get cheaper gas, though, Chank. Cheap gas. And cheaper groceries for your children. And your wife, if you have a wife.
Where Donald Trump does a good job and a Republican gets elected in 2028. My guess is that, someone that opposes the Democratic Party is so broken, I even hesitated saying a Democrat will win. Someone will beat the Republicans in 2028 because of how badly Donald Trump is going to break this country. That's my prediction. Let's see what I'm saying. I had no prediction in the election. As the one guy who said, I don't know what's going to happen. One side said, oh, they're positive. The other side said they were positive. Turns out the Democrats who said they were so positive, as usual, were preposterously wrong. Completely and utterly wrong. Okay? So on this, though, when I have enough information, and I have plenty of information on Donald Trump, it's going to be a disaster. But the most important part of this is the Democratic leadership, the Democratic Party, the establishment Democrats, they did this to you. They lost to that buffoon twice. So don't tell me how bad Donald Trump is. Don't tell me how crazy Donald Trump is if you lost to him twice. So because what you're doing is you're telling on yourself. You're saying, I'm so incompetent that I couldn't beat Donald Trump, who barely breaks double digits in IQ, who says the most outrageous, ridiculous things. And you couldn't beat him. And even the one time they beat him, it was by 43,000 votes in 3 swing states in 2020.
Which you gotta question. You have to question. So, in 2020, Biden got 80,000 votes. So you have to wonder where those votes came from. Because we know that they came from dead people. They came from... So, like, whether or not you believe that the election was rigged, we're not even talking about that. Where did those votes come from? Because all the other times, they hit the 60,000 mark. Where are those votes? I just need to know. Anyone have a real answer for that one? Back to the business.
This Democratic leadership knows nothing. They know nothing at all.
That's right!
Donors.
Woo!
Please give us money. We'll do anything for you. We'll do anything. I'm begging you. And so you did. Kamala Harris, you did just like Hillary Clinton did. You way outraised Donald Trump. You thought money was the answer. What happened? They lost track of the ends. They just got stuck on the means. So money was supposed to be a means to an end, which is winning. But they're not even bothering to win anymore. That was the most boring, terrible campaign I've ever seen by Kamala Harris. She spent some portion of the campaign hiding out in the basement. They put Tim Walz nearly permanent basement status. They said that Joe Biden had these amazing legislative accomplishments. They never ran on him. And it turns out they weren't popular. Just like we told you here on the Young Turks. I told you those bills wouldn't help in winning an election at all. Every Democrat and every liar on mainstream media told you they were God's gift to humanity and he was FDR 2.0. I told you it barely made a dent. Who was right and who was wrong? At some point, you have to listen to people who have been right instead of people who have been wrong over and over and over again. The reason I tell you this is because there's going to be primaries in 2022 and there's going to be primaries in 2024. If the Democratic voters make the mistake of listening to these same corrupt morons that are in Democratic leadership, they will get the same result over and over and over again. We say that Donald Trump is unstable and unhinged, and I think that is true. But you know that old saying about how insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? So how crazy are we if we just go back to the Joe Bidens, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers, the Kamala Harris's, the same, the Hillary Clintons, the same dumbass people who have been taking donor money, taking it, and delivering no results. The Democrats have enormously popular economic policies, but they never actually pass them. They don't even try to pass them. And so
it's because they probably cram in a bunch of woke shit in between there. So it doesn't get passed because there's a bunch of woke crap. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants woke bullshit. Parents don't want to send their children to school thinking they don't want to have to worry about transgender crap. I'm not dissing adult trans people now, but if you're a parent, tell me why you would want your child to be confused about their gender. That does nobody any good.
Then when they don't deliver for the voters, they go, him, it was their fault. And I guarantee you,
it was Kamala's fault.
You think that Kamala Harris and the rest are going to learn their lesson?
I don't know.
There's no chance.
Who knows?
Instead, they will blame their voters first.
Do it again.
They'll talk about, the Arabs and the Muslims, they were the problems in Michigan. They'll talk about young black men didn't turn out. Oh, women should have turned out more. Oh, Latinos, how dare they go with a racist Donald Trump? And then they'll say, the country's too racist, the country's too sexist.
100%.
In fact, we had a Democratic congressman on today who said those very same things.
I'm so sick of the refusal to do any self-reflection at all and to lash out as if the electorate, the onus is on the electorate to get them elected. Like, they're entitled to the voters working for them. And it's like, no. You're running to be a public servant. They have forgotten that, Jink.
No, absolutely.
And so there's just total...
I do agree with that statement. So, we're their constituents, but they work for us. And here's some free advice. The moment the person in charge forgets that they are working for you, the taxpayer, is the moment you need to get them out. You need to vote for somebody else who has your best interest at heart, because they clearly don't. If they are not running the stuff that you elected them for, you want to have a better life. If they're not providing that life for you, vote them out. Don't wait for them to, oh, they're having a bad, no. They need an upswing, no. Vote them out. If they are not providing you within the span of 4 years, something is wrong. Vote them out. Vote them out. That's what America said. Vote them out.
Disconnected. They're disconnected from average, everyday Americans.
Thank you. Woo!
Leading support from, marginalized communities that, Democrats purport to be the representatives of. But are you really representing them?
No.
What have you done to make their lives better? Running on a voting rights bill and encouraging, an incredible on-the-ground effort in Georgia to ensure 2 Democratic senators got elected in that runoff race, in those runoff races, I should say. When you don't deliver after they've put in the work, the chickens are eventually going to come home to roost.
Yeah.
And so, I get that tonight is depressing for a lot of people, but at the same time, I'm not shedding a tear for the Democrats, okay? They deserve this. The electorate doesn't deserve it, but Democrats deserve it.
Yeah, Democratic politicians.
Politicians, yeah, let me be specific.
And so those politicians, what's coming next is they will lie to you. But here's the reality. And look, tune in any Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. That's what we do, Young Turks, on YouTube or TYT.com, or all the different places we're on, right? We told you something that you probably never heard in mainstream media. So they said, oh, filibuster, we can't pass anything. First of all, Joe Biden didn't even propose the public option. He said he was going to, and he didn't. And then they said they were going to do higher minimum wage. That's the first thing Joe Biden pulled out of the bill. So there's a reality. There's a truth. Did he pull it out of the bill or didn't he? Did he propose it or didn't he? And then they said, well, voting rights. We won Georgia. We won those 2 Senate seats. And then one of the main things they promised was voting rights, right? They said that was their first priority. It was called H.R. 1, right? And
Fun fact about H.R. 1. We had to tell them to remove, they wanted to get rid of the 14C for workshops. We had to have a letter writing campaign like no other because they were trying to remove us from the workshop. It's not right. So anyway, yeah.
That bill had a provision to get money out of politics. Not perfect, but it was a good start. I told you guys on the show immediately, there's no chance they're going to pass that bill because it has a provision to get money out of politics. There's no way they'll do that, right? And what happened? They said, oh, filibuster, parliamentarian. But the part you didn't hear on MSNBC is, but wait a minute, when it came to the debt ceiling, all of a sudden, the parliamentarian and the filibuster were nowhere to be found. They made an exemption for the filibuster that they said over and over and over that they could never make, and it wasn't possible. But as soon as it was for the debt ceiling, because it was going to affect the stock market, their beloved stock market, where all of their money is and all of their donors' money is, all of a sudden the filibuster and the parliamentarian were nowhere to be found. And they lifted it, and they made sure that the debt ceiling should be raised. I think the debt ceiling should be raised. I'm glad they did that. But why didn't you do it for voting rights? Why didn't you do it for higher minimum wage? Why didn't you do it for paid family leave or any of these incredibly popular policies? Because they didn't want to pass them. Because their donors don't want those bills. Look, I've said this a million times, but I'm going to say it one more time here because it's important that you know this. If paid family leave's at 84%, if any bill's at 84%, and you can't pass it, that means you are a miserable failure of a politician. Guys, it's not that they're miserable failures of politicians. It's that they don't want to pass them. That's why they don't.
Okay, well, you know what I have to say about that? Okay, if your politician is if they are, because they are strapped to what their people want. And, that's why, my dad has said political politicians are corrupt. Because they get money, and then they feel like they have to respond to their donors. If their donors don't want something to happen, it doesn't happen. People go into DC thinking they're going to change something. I have a bridge to sell you. I know you don't want that bridge. You're going to have to take it. It's the fact of the matter is that they get money, and as Joe Biden said, somebody donates me some money, and when I get into the White House, they call me up, and I will gladly have them come and sit in the Oval Office. I mean, literally, people. So, that's why it's so corrupt, because there's, money involved. Whenever there's money involved, it's never a good thing. It's never a good thing to have your hands tied because someone donated you money. Now, I don't know the solution. I wish I knew the solution. Back off of the camera a little bit. I'm using my hand. Is that okay? Sorry if I'm really close. Let me... Alright. Is that good? Is that good? Well, any Okay, thank you. I was holding the camera with my phone with my hand. But yeah, you may not like what Trump had his, he paid for his campaign the first time around, so they couldn't control him and what he wanted. I mean, and he spent way less money than the Democrats did. Both the Democrats lost when...
Propose them, that's why they don't fight for them, and that's why when you're not looking, they take them out of the bills. They're crooks. They're corrupt. The number one issue is establishment versus populist.
Yeah.
So if you're voting for an establishment Democrat, they're going to deliver donuts for you. Nothing. And they're going to tell you, oh, the Republicans are bad guys. Everybody's racist.
Yeah, but at least Trump did tried to do what he said he was going to do, And yeah, he didn't even take a salary the last time, so I don't know if he's going to take a salary this time. But, the president makes, billions of dollars. It's insane how much money the president makes. But, a president shouldn't make, millions of dollars. They're a public servant for this country. I'm not sure if they're paying to be in the White House. I don't know how that works. But, if you are the president, you are a public servant. You are the highest public servant of our land. It is insane that they get paid billions of dollars when they are a public servant. It's crazy.
Texas, you have to vote for me, otherwise you're guilty. It's all your fault. And they'll have Morning Joe and Whoopi Goldberg wag their finger at you, okay? But at the end, they won't deliver anything. And then when the voters say, well, I guess I'll go for the buffoon who's unhinged, because at least he's promising something, and you guys are promising nothing, right?
That's so true.
Well, you can catch feelings over that, but that's what happened. And so I didn't lose 2 elections in a row to Donald Trump. The geniuses in the Democratic leadership did. They're not smart.
And make us honest. You don't remember today by hitting the join button below.
But they could. They leave a millionaire, though. They make $1,600,000 at the end of their 4 years. That's not a lot of money to you? $1 million isn't a lot of money? Shoot, give that to me. I'd love that. I could literally live off of that. $400,000 is a lot of money. That's nothing to sneeze at. Me and the mangoes can't politely disagree. Hello. And that's because they're in the office though for 4 years. They're not just in the office for just a year, you know. So I mean, and even $400,000 is a lot of money. Like, no, they make what? But like they end up walking out a millionaire though. They end up walking out like with $1,600,000, and that's nothing to sneeze at. They do. Like, at the end of their term, which is 4 years, they will have millions of dollars. Like, that's insane. I think that, like, you know, like, because like, in a normal job, can you retire with millions of dollars? Other than like being a doctor or something, like, maybe, I don't know if a doctor makes millions of dollars, but they're very pretty comfortable too, as they should be. And that's true, some of them do walk in millionaires. You got to have a lot of money though to run a campaign. I'll give you some if I ever hit the big times. It's probably never going to happen. But you know what? I'm a humble person, and I don't really spend a lot of money. Oh. Don't do that. Not that. That's Alice. Oh, okay. Alright, I get what you're saying. Alice is a shy cat. I thought at first you're like saying that. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's kind of crazy that they do that. They get, though, I mean, $400,000 is a good amount of money though too. And but yeah, like, I mean, my point is that they're supposed to be public servants to us. Like, when people vote for you as president, you're supposed to be doing stuff to help the country. Like, not lining your pockets full of money. But that's what happens, though.
Unusual.
Going to be a path-breaking victory, the first woman president, Kamala Harris. My predictions have stood the test of time. The keys are the North Star of the unchanging system.
And you are sticking right now that the keys predict that Vice President Harris wins the election in 6 days.
That's right. Look, my prediction for this presidential election was wrong. I own up to it.
Do you? No, that was Alan Lichtman, an incredibly smug professor.
Well, I mean, but there's a lot of stress. I understand that there's a lot of stress with being the president. But here's the deal. Here's the 411. You don't want that stress, and you've seen what other presidents have gone through. Don't run to be a president then. Like, just don't run. Like, you think that Donald Trump thought that he would get somebody would try to assassinate him 2 times for running a second term? Like, but when the going gets tough, but tough get going. And like, you know, I understand it's probably a very stressful job. I don't know anything about what goes on in there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, you know, I don't know. They're public servants at the end of the day. At the end of the day, they're still, we voted them in to that position. So, you know, it's a very, like, you know, people still, out of all, like, the positions, you know, like, people, I have seen what presidents look like before and after. Biden looks about the same, though. Like, I know that Obama got gray hair at the end of it, but he's also getting older. Like, but yeah, I see what you're saying. It is a stressful job. I'm not saying it's not a stressful job. Alright, let's see here.
Who came on to our show and said that he could do no wrong with his keys. He's got the secret keys, the presidential keys, the keys that tell all, and he...
Cause Biden, never mind. Biden is just Biden. He really didn't have any real responsibility.
can totally predict who's going to win as the next president of the United States. Of course, he thought that it was going to be Kamala Harris, but I want to show you the moment when he realized it wasn't going to be Kamala Harris.
I'm starting to get a little nervous.
Yeah.
She needs to make up 170,000 votes.
I don't see it. The big Democratic counties are mostly in.
No, well, yeah.
I just don't see it. Good thing I have nothing to do tomorrow.
Yeah, I took off work tomorrow.
And I'm not doing any interviews.
Good.
I'm done with that.
Are you? Now, he really did take a hit. I enjoyed tweets like these. I will admit.
Yeah, thank God she didn't. Like, I could not imagine what it would be like to have her as president. Look, I'm not saying that females can't be presidents. Other countries have had women as leaders. And before, people are like, well, women are emotional. Like, I mean, everybody's emotional. I get it, women are more emotional than men are. But, like, we don't have, like, I have, like, you know, who would... Hillary Clinton's just a very unlikable person. Number one. And then Kamala is also a very unlikable person, and she doesn't really have much to say except for... I don't know how to do the laugh, but you know what I'm saying. That's what I mean, though. Is that, like, she was just very unlikable. My point is that other countries have had female presidents. It's just that we don't have a candidate that can actually, you know, is likable, can do the, you know, it's not about really being female, but it's just like, because, like, people are like, oh, we want to break the glass ceiling. Whatever. That's not, I understand that her being female has nothing to do with it, but my point is that like other countries have had female leaders before. Our country, I think, is one of the only few that hasn't. But because like they pick like the least likable people. They don't think about the most likable people, and like, that's why they didn't win. Like, but I mean, like, there were so many other picks that they could have picked that, like, maybe could have won, but I'm not gonna be one of those. It would be interesting, I thought that, I don't know if, tell me if this would have been a good duo for Kamala. I was surprised that she did pick a male because, like, female women power, and all that, women power, female power, and all that jazz. Why didn't she pick Hillary Clinton? Why didn't she pick Oprah? Man, that would have been like the funniest thing ever. She probably didn't pick either one of them. Who knows? Instead of paying Oprah billions of dollars, why don't you say, be my VP? I know that it had, so like, but I'm just saying it's hilarious that, like, they should have run, I'm not giving them ideas, but hey guys, you should have like run with that female power thing, had two women in, one as president and one as VP, like, that would have gotten attention. I don't know if it would have won you the presidency, but like, it would have gotten you the attention that you wanted. Maybe if people actually liked the candidates, like, who's the governor of South Dakota or North Dakota or whoever? I can't think of her name. And then I'm like, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I could see her as a future candidate for president. I doubt she'll run, but I think she'd be a good candidate to run for president. I think that Lauren Boebert, maybe, or I can't pronounce her name. I'm sorry. Like, if you were thinking about like female candidates, I'm not sure about the female candidates on the Democrat side. I mean, maybe I doubt that she would be a good president, but like she might get people excited to vote for her. Maxine Waters is an exciting person. Maybe they would get excited behind her. She's loud. She talks. She knows how to say sentences and stuff like that. It's kind of sad that, like, you know how to talk. You're a good candidate. It used to be, you got good ideas. Now it's, oh, you can string a sentence together. Sign us up for that. I mean, they could literally be talking about world annihilation, but, like, you can at least talk. How sad is that? I'm gonna go get some ice cream real quick. Oh, absolutely. I don't care if it's a female or a male. I want the most qualified person for the job. But like, everyone's talking about, oh, she didn't win because she's a female. It has nothing to do with her being a female. She's not good at, like, she couldn't, like I said, and this isn't a knock on Kamala voters, but you couldn't be, like, they say be an informed voter. You can't be an informed voter with Kamala because you don't even know what she stands for. How can you know what you're voting for other than whammon? That's, like, and so, like, this isn't a knock on them, but, like, they're not sending their best. I do want somebody who loves the country, though, because this country deserves a good president. I just think that it's kind of get a little crazy.
It's really having a tough time here. On Wednesday, he told USA Today, quote, "Right now, after a very long night, I am taking some time off to assess why I was wrong and what the future holds for America." Now, he's a professor of history at the American University, and he did correctly predict the outcome of 9 out of the last 11 elections, all with the help of his precious 13 keys. These are the 13 keys. So party mandate, contest, incumbency, third party, yada yada, who cares? But he was pretty confident about the keys before losing. Kamala Harris lost this election. Just to remind you about how confident he was, just take a look at this moment from Cenk's debate with him.
And you're saying raw number, right? Raw number, whoever has more keys out of the 13 wins, right?
Keys, yes.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
And you're out.
Okay, so if let's say that Biden has 7 or 8 or 9 of the keys on his side, right? Or any candidate, forget Biden. But every day he comes out and does a press conference and punches himself in the face. And people are like, whoa, what the hell's going on? The president's lost his mind. Do the keys still say that he's going to win?
Well, this is something I've never heard before, the punch in the face theory.
Yeah. I'm giving you an extreme example. Or the candidate comes out and every day punches a new baby in the face. Are you still going, nope, I'm sticking with the keys. 9 out of 13 keys. The keys will determine.
Of course, I'm sticking with the keys because they've been right for 40 years. You can't predict elections from this kind of off the top of your head speculation, which is why I've been wrong so many times. It doesn't work.
We should have him on again. I appreciate someone who can come on our air and outdo your bravado. Okay.
By the way, as it happens every single time, as we do that, his side comes in, the blue MAGA guys who at the time thought Biden was going to win. And they're like, oh, Cenk, he schooled you. You can punch a baby in the face and still win as long as you have more keys than the other candidate. He got you. He got you. He's definitely right. You're definitely wrong. That was so embarrassing, Cenk. You don't even believe in the keys. All of a sudden, Alan Lichtman's like, wait, where did I put my keys?
Yeah.
Looks like he lost his keys somewhere, isn't it?
So look, it's been a week. He says that he's been doing some soul searching, and surprisingly, he admitted defeat. Okay. He even well, let's take a look at the next clip. I want to hear like where his head is at right now.
Were the keys wrong, or was your interpretation off this time?
I think the fundamental problem is the keys, not my interpretation. No one's convinced me that I was wrong. I admitted I was wrong. I admitted the keys don't work. Remember, the premise of the keys is that a rational, pragmatic electorate decides whether the White House party is governed well enough to get 4 more years. But if the views of the White House party are controlled by disinformation, particularly driven by those who are so rich that they have extraordinary influence beyond anyone else, then maybe the premise of the keys needs to be changed. I have 4 years to figure this out.
It was the electorate's fault.
Yeah.
It was the electorate's fault. I mean, you would need a rational electorate for the keys to work.
Yeah, last quick things here. So, look, part of my issue wasn't just that, of course, just these factors are not going to determine an election. You have to be reasonable, and he refused to be reasonable, right? But the second part of it was that these keys focus so much on the power of incumbency. But that is left over from an ancient politics
where the incumbent had the giant media advantage, and all the media would say how great the incumbent was, and there was no independent media that would go, well, how about this and how about that, etc. So a lot of these, and this is the same issue I used to have with Nate Silver back when everybody was telling me, oh no, Trump can't win in 2016, and Nate Silver's got this. To be fair, Nate got way better about that election at the end, but he was also obsessed with the advantage of incumbency. That is not an advantage at the presidential level anymore. They can't get that through their thick heads. In this case, the past is not an indication of what is going to happen today. But they'll be wrong again and again and again, and so we'll have to fight them every single time. And the last thing I'll say is, guys, the number one reason he got so popular, the Rando professor with this outrageous claims, etc., is because he was selling copium.
Yes.
People really wanted a hit of that copium.
They sure did.
They're like, oh yeah, tell me Biden's young. Tell me Biden's gonna win. Give it to me, my veins right here.
Now those same people are sending him death threats, which you should not be doing. Like, don't send him death threats. Come on.
Are you guys nuts? Have a little bit of fun with him, but death threats.
Have fun. This is fun.
No, don't do that.
Take a
Leave the poor guy
screenshot.
alone. He's a civilian. Just shake a little jangle.
Red Mirage Blue Shift. Red.
Get off the internet. Stop hitting yourself. You need to get off the internet. Stop it. This is so bad for you. It's obvious that it's so bad. What are you doing?
But I make sure to hydrate and.
99, 100. Here, Julian.
Whoa. Hey, folks, I'm Julian.
They're giving up on America? Yeah, so giving up on coloring his hair.
Oh, y'all said go try it. We'll see if y'all still screaming at it. Because I bet you.
We need to take advantage of these next. Where the line is. None of your guys' freedoms or rights are being taken away. I live in Colorado, and they just passed a horrific abortion law that it is okay until the 9th month. So why are women freaking out about these rights when they're still there? You have
making fun of Hollywood for spending way too much money. Making television shows and films that every
Because if you voted for Trump, I genuinely hope you are so happy right now. I hope you're having the greatest day of your fucking life.
I am.
You know what? When your kid is in school one day and there's a school shooting and they fucking die or get sent to the hospital or someone they know gets shot, I hope that you were happy with the thoughts and prayers that come from that. I hope that you were so fucking happy that if your wife gets raped, that she has to have that child. I hope you were so fucking happy that the trans people in your fucking life might have to detransition because this motherfucker's gonna take away gender affirming care. I hope you were so fucking happy that the economy is supposedly gonna be okay now because you voted for Donald Trump, the man who was gonna take away all the rights of so many groups of people, not even just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So many groups of fucking people.
I didn't mean to delete that.
I hope you were so happy with that. I hope you were so happy with what you just fucking did. I hope you were.
Hey, Wicked West, I am so sorry that I just deleted that comment. I, was pushing the poll button and then I accidentally clicked something. I did not mean to delete the comment. I sometimes accidentally push buttons that I do not mean to push. I'm serious.
So happy to maybe never be able to fucking vote again because he's gonna take that fucking right away from you. But you fucking voted for him. You fucking did this shit.
Okay.
You did it. Like, great, bro.
We should just start leaving our dirty tampons everywhere. Because if men want so much control over us, they can.
She seems like a really classy person.
Deal with our dirty tampons. Clean it up. No, but genuinely, I was trying to think, like, ooh, like, what revenge sounds the most satisfying right now? And I kind of just want to fling dirty tampons at men's cars. Their trucks. Ooh.
Okay, if any of you motherfuckers, when I'm out at the bars, be like, oh, this bitch is trans. Before it was a cute little joke, but now our rights are on the line. So next time I hear you say, oh, she's trans, bitch, you get your ass beat. You get your ass beat the fuck down.
Calm down.
Your teeth down your throat. We gonna be trans together, honey.
I want to take down the Harris wall signs. Keep them in your yards. Keep them in your windows. Keep the bumper stickers on your car. Keep the flags up. Keep wearing the shirts. Keep wearing the hat.
Okay.
Display that proudly. I am
Okay.
so proud to have voted for her. And I'm never going to stop reminding people that I did and that I believed in her.
Okay.
And I'm never going to stop reminding people how hard we fought and how we're going to keep fighting. Don't take the signs
Fair
down.
play.
Keep them up.
You voted for Donald Trump in the election, you're actually fucking stupid. You're the dumbest fucking miserable fuck on the face of the planet. And
Okay.
you're fucking miserable, and we all know it. Because what other reason would you vote?
That person right there seems like a very happy, very well-balanced individual. I mean, like, she's got to scream about how we're miserable. Keep going.
For a racist, misogynistic, homophobic fucking rapist. Like, that's gross. So, just like you've let everybody down
Okay.
in your life, except for the dumb fucks you're surrounded by.
Okay.
And it's just a bunch of fucking dumb people going, yeah, Trump 2024.
Woo!
Because the uneducated portion of America voted.
No. We're going, woo! We're going, wow! Hell fucking yeah! Sorry. We're going, hell yeah! Woo! That's what we're doing. We're not going, Trump 2024. We're going, woo! Hell yeah, bitches! That's what we're doing, just so you know.
And so, you can look that up. And you're pathetic and miserable.
Okay.
I actually think that if Trump wins this election, I'm actually going to crash out for real. I'm actually going to lose my mind. I might have to take a week off from everything. I'm going to have to lock myself in my house. I'm already freaking out. I'm so scared. I'm really scared. I don't like this game. I don't want to play this game anymore.
You're voting for based on how you pet my dog.
I don't even know
So
what...
I just want to say, moving forward,
I don't want to hear the older generation saying that Gen Z's lazy, or they're not trying hard enough, or you're not working hard enough. Y'all want to hand out. By voting for Trump, you basically destroyed the young people's future.
Did we?
Dreams or hopes that we had left of at least owning a house one day is out the window. Gone. Never gonna happen.
All these people need to chill out. Like, they do. They genuinely do.
If you are an alternative person, punk, goth, however you classify yourself, in the alternative community, and you support Trump, no, you're fucking not. No, you're not. I have never been the type of person that's like, well, if you don't...
Watch this one first. This one's probably the best.
Get the clippers out.
This is like the best. This is literally the best one ever. He screams in a circle. It's hilarious. I'm sorry.
So it's almost 2 a.m. Pacific time, which means
Y'all better be nice to your little local gay baristas today. I just don't understand why you can't have a female president. Like, why not?
It just didn't happen. I'm sorry.
And intelligent and like.
She is not intelligent.
Position, do you?
My cat shitting in a litter box has more intelligence than she does. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
Like, why?
So just to be clear, we will not be sleeping with men for the next 4 years, right? Because I don't know about y'all, but I will not be giving birth against my will if the worst happens. They already voted against our rights, so we might as well hit them where it hurts. As our next president once said, grab them by the...
Good for you, I guess. I don't know.
If I get pregnant and my boyfriend says I have to abort, I'm killing him too. Because I'm gonna get the double homicide charge, baby. Double whammy, double. Cause like, what do you mean? How am I supposed to go to work?
I mean, you get up and you go to work.
Y'all, like, why are y'all Trump support?
And I just want my mom. My mom voted for him.
Y'all, I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all, like, why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why?
Oh yeah, before I don't, this guy is right now news. I probably should be acknowledging people who I'm like.
Why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why is this a thing right now? Why is this okay? I can't do this no more. I should have kept my vote to myself because I knew it didn't fucking matter. I knew it didn't.
Yes, it did. Just because you didn't win, that doesn't mean your vote. That doesn't mean democracy is not working, ma'am. Don't get down. In 4 years, you vote again and see what happens. But your vote does matter. Just know your vote does matter.
I'm sorry. No.
This person is legend. No.
If you voted for that man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala, and you live in one of the states that it was, you know, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you.
Yes! Yes!
Fuck you. I don't want to hear
Yes!
how your life gets under these policies.
It won't.
Live with that decision.
Okay. I
Let it
can.
make you uncomfortable.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Cool. You're not my kind of person, but thank you.
You voted against my right to live. You vote.
Project 25, 2020.
Doing this after the election results, it is 100% possible for Joe Biden to step down and make Kamala Harris the 47th president and claim that making Donald Trump president would go against
I wasn't talking about
the
you.
Constitution. Therefore, a new election has to take
That person's crazy.
Life, my extended family's life, none of it. You don't get any of it. You have
So true. Like, you know, I'm not saying that I didn't have a meltdown privately about Biden winning. I was upset. But let me just get this clear here. It is entertaining. I don't think they think that people are feeling sorry for them. I'm sorry, people, but I don't feel sorry for you. Okay? Your candidate, unfortunately for you, your party did not pick a good candidate. That's just the bottom line. They could not actually kick Kamala off the ballot because of all the money that was in that war chest for Biden. They had like billions of dollars in there. They weren't going to do that. That's stupid. It is entertaining because these people are crazy. It's insane. But they think that what they don't understand is like, we're laughing at them. They are the butt of the joke. And you know, just unfortunately they're not getting the reactions that they, you know, need or I guess want.
directly infringed upon the rights of people that I love, people that I care about. You know, you've infringed upon the
I guess they are because we're talking about it and they're all online. But at the same time, they did choose to put it online.
rights of people that I don't even know.
This isn't.
You better not ask a woman to have an abortion or have a plan B.
I feel absolutely so betrayed by my.
Here's the thing. I don't care that people don't support Trump. I like Trump, but I'm also open to listening to other people. Like, you know, other people have opinions that are different than mine. We may agree on everything. Right, but I still think that everybody should, you know, even if, like, this is the internet. Everyone can have their opinions on the internet. I don't know what the heck that person's saying, but, you know, like, just because your candidate doesn't win, that doesn't mean that, like, you know, maybe, they could do a lobotomy thing on Kamala and she could actually get a brain. And then, you know, maybe she'll actually be able to answer questions. Oh.
country right now. And it's so frustrating. I don't even know what to say right now. We tried, okay, to everyone from a... Just don't get it. You have the privilege of not getting it, and that's great for you. I'm so happy for you, but I'm gonna... This isn't necessarily about Trump. It has to do with everything. Republicans have basically taken over everything at this point. There's no one to keep them in check, and people aren't seeming to get that.
Well, maybe your candidates should be better. Like, send your best to fight it out, to not literally fight it out, but you know, get elected.
If you want me to post content about how I move.
Please start to shift. Somebody let me know when the blue starts to shift, please. Somebody please let me know.
And lastly, because I can't believe I didn't hit this community yet, because I'm a part of it, to the women community.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of them where they scream. Like, ah!
All of the people who voted for him will be like happy and...
Well, that's how that works, though. I mean, the people who vote for them are going to be happy. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm going to act like an angry black fucking woman, because I'm fucking angry! I'm mad!
Yes! Get angry!
Fuck, bro. I'm angry. I'm hurt. My feelings are fucking hurt. We all...
You know, take that bottle of Schmear off and just, like, smash your TV with it. That's how angry. Ah! Sorry.
I finished last. We always come fucking last.
Oh, you know, that's not the spirit to have. Come on, guys. You just gotta vote next time. You know what? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But you can't say that black people always finish last. America voted for a black president 2 freaking terms in a row. I mean, Obama was president for 8 years. I mean, put out another good candidate that's a different color. I don't know. It shouldn't be because of his color, the color of their skin, though. They should have something to say. And I think Obama resonated with people. He didn't resonate with me, but he did resonate with people. So, I mean, there's something. People did like him at the time that he was president, so...
Everybody! Even our own fucking men! And you niggas mamas be black! This shit is crazy. Y'all got black-ass daughters! I'm angry as fuck. I'm gonna get drunk and cause a problem.
Bitch, are we serious right now? Are we serious? Fuck the sad music montage, bitch. What in the fuck? I'm mad as hell. What the fuck is going on? Y'all sitting here crying. I'm crying too. I'm mad. What did y'all do?
Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up! I'm gonna need to call in sick from work today.
I've been crying for 24 hours. I went to work and was working while this tear is coming down. I ruined my contact. I haven't been this heartbroken since my dog died. I may be drunk, but I'm dead ass serious when I say fuck you if you voted for Trump, and here's what I think about it.
If you thought I hated...
That person is a really classy lady right there. I mean...
white men before, you don't even know what's coming for them crackers.
You picked a fucking rapist. You picked a rapist. You picked a fucking rapist.
Shave your hair.
Fucking dare you.
It's the day after the election, and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning in tears. Partially because of how the outcome was, but also because of my disbelief that so many people somehow weren't represented. The majority of the people that I spend my time with and that I even talk to socially, not even...
Yeah, I have a feeling that a lot of people didn't like Trump until, like, after his election. That's true. They say that they're the ones that preach love and tolerance, but they're the ones that called Trump a threat to democracy. If you're calling somebody a threat to democracy, you're gonna push one of these freaking weirdos, and the people who are recording these videos and posting them online, they are the weirdos, not all the Democrats. I have Democrats in my family. They're not the weirdos. They wouldn't do this stuff. But those people, they're the ones that are talking about how, oh, this person's good.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, wait, no, I missed the first part.
I'm dumb.
Oh, no, I missed it.
I'm gonna take a bite out of those glutes in a bad way.
Hey, if you're a Donald Trump supporter, you're ugly and dumb. And that's sad for you. And what's even sadder is that you don't even realize how ugly and dumb you are. Just scum. Bottom of the barrel scum. Literal pond scum. Go fuck yourselves. Also, Donald Trump supporters, please come into my comments with the stupid copy-paste laughing emojis. I would love to go on every single one of your profiles and reply with a personal insult, because all of you are so worth insulting. It's not even hard. Because again, ugly and dumb.
Baby, if you wanted to touch my body, you should have voted for it.
I think the only way to argue with maggots now is to not silence. They refuse to educate themselves, so I refuse to fucking talk to them. They don't exist. Silence.
I'm tired. I'm numb.
I would love to know.
I have decided that my personal revenge for this...
You have committed idolatry.
Six Trump. I have way more than 6 Trump hats, by the way. Want to see? I think I have like 7, but like, yes. I'm trying to find my last one. That's Archie. Hi, buddy. Okay. So okay, so this is my original hat that I got from my nanny for Christmas in 2020. This is a really good hat. He's a good boy. Hurry. Archie. There you go, buddy. Okay, and then, so that's one. This one I got just this year. I am going to be 31 on Monday. Anyway, so this is the newest one that I got. That's two. This is another hat from my nanny. I know this is a Trump for Trump 2020, but that a lot of people think I'm younger. So that's three. I know I'll appreciate it whenever I'm in my 40s though, so. This one I got from a friend at work. This is also a 2020 hat, but so that's 1, 2, 3. There's 4. And then I'm gonna. This was the first hat that I got at a Trump booth. I wear this hat a lot. This is my bucket hat. I really wanted a bucket hat, like the first time around, so I got one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is Asian for Trump? Well, I'm not Asian. I'm half Hispanic, so if you're an Asian, I mean, you could wear a hat like that. I mean, I don't care what people wear. Asian for Trump. Anyway, this hat I got not this year, but last year at the same Trump booth. I saw this and I was like, I need that in my life. What is that picture? What do you mean picture? Oh. And then there's my other one. And then this is my last one that I got this year from my nanny for Christmas. Gotta tighten it up. I got a small head. Probably means I have a small brain. I don't know. So this is my last one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Trump hats. No, I have 8. Yeah, you were close. If you take out, I count the 2 that are 2020s, but if you were to take the 2 out, then you would be right. But I collect Trump hats. Now I am looking for a cowgirl hat. That one I'm looking for. I'm just crazy about the hats. I like shirts also, but like, yeah, you were close. That's all right though. Okay, now let's go back to the crazies. Oh yeah, here. Archie! Archie! Archie. You're my buddy. Buddy boy. Good boy, Archie. Because you're orange. That's my buddy. He's a good boy.
Wrong. And I have never felt something with such conviction in my entire life. And I don't come to you as a saint, I come to you as a fellow.
Country just died. You motherfuckers were so threatened by a woman being in charge. It's not even about color, it's about a woman being in charge. A woman making things.
Executions. I listened further, and I believe by wrap up, they mean end them. Yeah. Let the nightmare begin.
Because you want to be the golden child so bad. You want to go tell your parents, I voted for Trump. I voted for Trump. That's why it's an obsession. You're obsessed with him, baby, because you have mommy and daddy issues. That's why you don't have any healthy relationships in your life, because you don't even have a healthy relationship.
It is fun. I do enjoy laughing at people screaming and hollering.
With yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is a highly trained professional assassin out there right now.
Ooh.
And you have one job. Pop, bitch.
So, now that the orange turd has won, we should now rename America Hell, because it is going to be hell on earth. Once they strip everyone's rights away, that is no straight white cis man. So buckle up. Hope you freaking Republicans are happy. I'm out of here.
Okay.
All of you men, and yes, it's primarily men, who have been commenting on my election posts and my Kamala posts are really just embarrassing yourself and proving my point further that Kamala was a far better candidate than Trump. And Trump shouldn't actually have been allowed to be in the election. He should have been in a white padded room a long time ago, along with the rest of you who decided to vote for him. Also, your God or your Jesus doesn't fucking love you the way that you think they do.
No, it's okay. You can laugh over my liberal tears if you want to. How many family members and friends and loved ones have you lost because of your hate that you were spewing in my comments?
There is very real concern. I am disabled. I have reproductive health issues. You laugh because you feel like it doesn't affect you.
What are you talking about, not knowing shit about current affairs? Are you even talking about me, or are you talking about them? Yeah, that's totally... Then they want... Oh, okay.
What? No. 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 No.
No.
No. No. No. No. No. No.
I'm pro-life, but my state voted for abortion. Look, just because I'm pro-life, like, I'm not gonna let it ruin my day. It's just another day in America, people. You just have to, like, I'm pro-life, though. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and cuss somebody out because they're pro-choice. I just don't agree with them. Like, I don't agree with them. That's the end of it. We can agree to disagree. But I'm pro-life. That's what I am.
I woke up this morning and women are mad. They closing up shop. They about to do that 4B on you. 4B or not 4B. If you don't know what 4B is, you better Google that shit. Because MAGA men, your dingling's gonna be dry as fuck.
Yeah, everyone hates the people who play the victim.
You ain't getting no cootie cat.
Well, are you getting cootie cat, as he put it, from people you want? I likely doubt it. Some of them are pretty, but most of them, yeah.
Better go get some of that Diddy oil and work on your stroke, because damn it, you're going to be in there all by yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Jerking your D.
Very productive meeting with my study abroad counselor. I'm going to go to Europe.
I'm in Missouri. I voted no for it, but like, see, what people are not understanding is that whether Trump or Kamala win the White House, the Supreme Court, when they reversed Roe v. Wade, they gave it back to the states. You're in North Carolina? Did you get to vote on whether or not abortion is there? Like, yeah. He was making fun of the people who are doing that. Oh. He was talking about the 4B, which these women are, he's just making fun of them.
And I'm going to find where
It probably
I want
is.
to live in the future. I'll come back to America for a second, get my life together, and then move. You think I'm joking? You think I'm joking?
Yes.
You think I'm joking?
Yes, I
Guys,
think they're joking.
First of all, I'm not going to move today because I'm in college and I have a life.
They're probably telling you to calm the fuck down and take your meds.
That was fucking stupid of me.
No, sorry, I just woke up this morning fucking evil. How's that? I'm me, I'm just fucking evil now. Like this morning I woke up and my...
I don't think it's never successful. Anytime women are like saying that they're gonna quit having sex, it's not very good. They did this in 2016. They've done this a long time. Yeah, well, that's so true. I'm sorry to say this. It's not, you shouldn't be judging how other people look, but like, I mean, I'm sorry. Nobody is going after you anyway. Unfortunately, I wish everybody was happy. Well, you know, here's the thing though. I wish we taught people more responsibility when it came to having sex. See, if people were responsible and they used contraceptions and they used birth control and other stuff like that, and they waited maybe to have sex, I'm not saying waiting, I'm not saying abstinence is the only way, but if you're not planning on having sex with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, so to speak, you're not going to get pregnant. We don't teach people responsibility, and unfortunately, abortion is a consequence of that act of that. Abortion is just like, it's a reaction, and people aren't taught responsibility. They need to be taught that. But that doesn't mean that the baby should have to suffer because other people are not responsible. That's not the baby's fault that somebody stuck their dick in somebody else. How's that their fault? And yeah, and if the parents aren't talking about it and the schools aren't talking about it, you know, you're going to have issues. You know, there are like 7 million families, including people who are gays and lesbians, that are wanting to adopt babies. Instead of aborting it, you could give the baby up for adoption. Adoption is always an option. How many of those actually adopt? Well, we'll never know because people abort them. 100, so go to adoption.org. 100, so go to adoption.org. 135,000 babies are adopted in America each year. That's a lot of babies. I looked it up. It's adoption.org. Well, not all foster homes are bad. Yeah, there are foster homes that are abusive. I was adopted, by the way, whenever I was 5 or 6, and my sister was 4 or 5. 135,000 babies. Look it up. I just looked it up. Adoption.org said that approximately 135,000 babies are adopted each year in America. I'm talking to Cameron Norman. He's the one talking to me. There's 4 now. Cameron Norman is responding. So, there was like 20-something people that were watching recently. Well, I'm talking about, yeah, because he's commenting. You can't hear someone commenting. Now there's 8 people watching. Hi, Archie. Well, I'm against abortion because, like, when you have adoption and you have people like my parents who couldn't have kids in the first place, who wanted to adopt, like, how is that, like, how is that fair? I'm not saying people can't be pro-choice. I just disagree with pro-choice. I politely disagree. Well, pro-life while pro-choice, while you believe that pro-choice should be an option, I humbly disagree with you, and both sides have their arguments and the reasons for why they believe the way they believe, and that's that's just life. Okay, I have a question then. Did you think that the COVID vaccine should be mandated by the government? Because I don't think that they should be mandated by the government either. I just want people to be responsible. I think responsibility is a great thing. I think you're more pro-choice than you are pro-life. I'm not saying that. I'm not the one saying it. He's saying it. I'm pro-life. No, there are like 3 people talking at once, and I'm trying to, well, there are some conservatives that think that way. Not everybody is pro-choice in the conservative movement. It's just not a really big portion of the conservatives. There was now there's 6. There's 6 people now. And there's 5. There was like at one point 20 people watching. And there's Archie.
Head spun around in circles and black sludge poured out of my throat like The Exorcist because I'm a fucking evil bitch now. That's what it.
Hey, Trump supporters, y'all got Kid Rock and Amber. Rose. We got Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Eminem. We are not worried. We are not the same, baby. Today is election day, and since Trump supporters are so proudly calling themselves garbage after Biden called them garbage, I got your outfit for the polls today. Trump supporters have been asking me all day in some gotcha why I'm not laughing anymore. What's funny? women dying because you elected a candidate who doesn't give a fuck about them. What's funny about black people being hurt more because you elected a candidate that colludes with white supremacy, endorsed by the KKK? What's funny about Spanish families being separated because you elected a candidate who calls the places that they come from garbage, calls it a swamp when they come into our country, doesn't give a fuck about people who weren't born here?
If you don't listen to this music, you're not goth, you're not punk. I'm not that type of person, but if you don't have the same fucking values, the same fucking common sense when it comes to human rights, you're not alternative.
And let me make something abundantly clear between you and I right now. Anything that goes wrong in the next 4 years, all y'all's fault. That's what you voted for, right? That's what you wanted. You got the House, you got the Senate, you got the President, and you got the Supreme Court. Baby, it's all you. And I'm clocking all that. Gas prices don't come down. Grocery prices don't come down. You still can't buy a house. Oh, on top of that, your neighbors got deported. Oh, and your sister died of sepsis in the parking lot of the hospital.
That's not how that works. And even if the pro-life bill, even if the pro-life people won in Missouri, if you have a miscarriage, that's a medical procedure. That's not even a fucking abortion. That's a medical procedure. If you have an ectopic pregnancy, that's a medical procedure. I have Twitter, I have Truth Social, which is Trump's social media. I don't have Facebook. I only have my Truth Social right now on my YouTube page, but yeah. But what people are saying about the people are being fed a bill of lies. People are saying that if you have incest, you can't abort your baby. That's not true. Rape and incest are reasons to abort the baby. Number 2, they're saying that if you have a miscarriage, that you can't abort the baby, or that it's an abortion. It's not an abortion. If it's a miscarriage, it's a medical procedure. You can die from sepsis or whatever the lady just said. If you have an ectopic pregnancy, that's not an abortion. Planned Parenthood even says those aren't abortions. But miscarriages are not an abortion, though. Miscarriages are not an abortion. Like, everyone's saying that if you're going to get arrested, if you're going to have a miscarriage and your baby dies, that's not true. Nobody reads anything anymore. Nobody reads, what's going on. If people would read their bills or whatever the pamphlet things that people are handing out, like when you see the booths and stuff like that. Oh, I wasn't talking, you were saying that abortion... My point is that, you have all these ads that are saying that, you're going to get in trouble if you have a miscarriage. You can't help it if you have a miscarriage. If you're doing illegal drugs or something like that, I guess you could. I don't know. This person's crazy.
Something's gone. I have no more sympathy to give you. Everything
You never did.
I'm about to get on this app every single day.
Good.
And clock that shit.
All right.
Unbearable before. That was in the F around phase. And now you're gonna find out. So while
Sweet.
you're crying, to me, I told you so. I told you motherfucking so.
Cool.
Because you are not special to him. You are simply a means to an end. Land of the free, right? Unless you're a woman, of course. Or a person of color. Or LGBT.
I'm going to
Your bridesmaids are wearing MAGA hats?
I don't have an Instagram.
The signs never leave your yard. You've painted towers, you painted buildings with him on it. Do you guys not think that's crazy? Because I personally would never have my soon-to-be 1-year-old have a Kamala-themed birthday. Because politicians...
Okay, well, first of all, Viva 1, don't ever fucking talk about my parents like that again. I'm telling you right now. Alright. My mom and dad, my birth parents, were abusive fucking pieces of shit. Okay? I was taken away from my birth parents whenever I was fucking 2 years old. So don't ever talk about my parents like that. Got it? Good. My adopted parents have given me everything in the fucking world. Okay? You don't have to agree with me politically, but don't you ever dog on my fucking parents. Got it? Good. As for you, Cameron Norman, I will have my Twitter handle and my handle on my YouTube page. Okay, so if you know my YouTube, if you subscribe to my channel, you can click and you can find me there. Alright? I haven't set it up like that. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Well, he is a fucking coward. How dare he like, I don't give two fucks about, like, this guy's an asshole. But Viva's a fucking asshole. Okay, I don't care if you agree with me or disagree with me politically. Never bring my parents into that stuff. That's insane. I don't have my Twitter on there yet, but when I'm done with this live stream, I will put it up there. I never thought to put it up there. So, trust me, and I will have it on there. My Truth Social is on there, though. Most of the stuff that's on my Twitter is just me talking about, posting my videos on there. I will have my Twitter on there. I just haven't been able to, I didn't put it on there, to be honest, but I will. I need to put it on there. And thank you. He is a coward. Yeah, trust me. Because, okay, whether or not you, like Trump, yeah, boy, I don't know how to say her name, but, Trump has a plan. Like, Kamala never gave you an answer. Like, she just never did. And I wouldn't vote for somebody who couldn't give me a straight answer as to what they're going to do with this economy. And also, a lot of people, which they rightfully so, linked her to Biden. She's linked to Biden's shitty economy. So whether or not you agree with her, yeah. It's blocked. It shouldn't be. Yeah, Trump was a president beforehand also. So you know what you're getting, regardless of whether you like it or not. It says blocked. Well, whenever I'm done with this live stream, I'll go and check it, and then I'll add my other one to it too. It shouldn't be blocked. Hopefully it's not blocked. Huh. I don't know. But yeah, like, you know, it just is crazy that how people act. Oh yeah, well, I mean, in most places also, by the way, if people bring up people's parents in a fight, they want to fight. I'm sorry about your uncle being killed. That's really a bummer. It's terrible. What does HMU mean? Anyway, thank you guys all for watching, and have a lovely night. Bye. Okay, how do I hit you up? Also, I am dating somebody, if that's... I'm dating somebody. But, I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the night.